And we are on Polar Night for map number 2, this best of 3, spawning in the bottom position as the red Zerg player from Team Acer. It is Nerchio, who's up 1-0 in this best of 3. Held off the early aggressive play without much trouble at all from this gentleman in the north, the pink Zerg player, BLord. And BLord tried that 10 pool. It says GLHF with a smiley face, Nerchio. GLHF with a smiley face. Nerchio is one of those players that if you guys tune in to, well, I guess, I don't know. He doesn't really do it on broadcast games, but he's kind of known in the European scene. He's not afraid to dish out a little bit of BM. Can be a funny guy to play against. Nerchio overall is just a really funny guy. But so far this game, no crazy fast pools. And of course, since it is a 2-player map, it won't be too difficult for either player to scout each other. Polar Night is map pretty much entirely known, or I'd say one of the biggest things that it's known for is how much airspace there is around the main bases. It's very easy to get an Overlord to scout. Of course, in Zerg versus Zerg, you'd prefer to have the Overlords watching over the paths so that you can see units leaving, where the units go, and check expansion timings. But BLord taking a gas and a spawning pool now. Just this pool for Nerchio. So Nerchio can still go for a gasless style of play. He can still just get his natural up. Whereas BLord has the potential to do something aggressive again. In the last game, we saw that Roach. Well, excuse me, we saw that. I was gonna say potential Roach play, but that's only it's usually evolution chamber based builds. There's only 2 options, but we saw that that early Zergling play with the double gas to get the +1 carapace out crazy quick. And actually, he's getting it again. Although I feel this time around it might actually be. It could this could be for Roaches. I don't know. There's potential here. Starting up speed would take a little while, but just +1 attack wouldn't be too bad, and then you get the Roach Horn afterwards. But BLord is playing some very aggressive styles. This is kind of funny. I always like to see this type of builds. I've generally only ever seen them from players like Vortex, but is it going to be Carapace again? Okay, it is Carapace again, so he's just going to mass Ling all in him just a little bit earlier than the last map. And Nerchio does have his gas just now kind of going. He's got 50 gas so far. But, well, you can see the natural. 2 Zerglings will go out to scout. And if he sees this evolution chamber, he should know 100% what's coming and how to defend it. For Nerchio, since he already has his natural down, against a mass Ling build, he could just throw up 2 evolution chambers, try to wall off, try to just play the longer run type game. Or he could just try to overwhelm his opponent with more Zerglings than he has. Since he did get his queen out earlier, he has earlier injections. And, well, I guess the queens are kind of close in timing, but he's invested more resources into this Evo chamber, into this, whereas Nerchio hasn't really invested into much other than the kind of standard things that you would expect to get in a Zerg versus Zerg. So, and he's even getting the Spine Crawler for safety. The Baneling Nest is starting up. So the Banelings, like I said, they will take 2 Baneling hits to kill a Zergling. But if the Baneling detonations are good, it should still be okay. And he's actually building up some drones still, BLord. So he might not be looking to completely commit with this. He's just now completely saturated his main base. If he produces any more drones, oh, there he goes. He actually queues up 2 more. Yeah, he might actually just play this out pretty normally. So we're already going to see a significant deviation from the strategies chosen in the first game. And Nerchio's moving his Zerglings over towards the left side. He's got a reasonable amount of them. Now Nerchio will step out onto the map. So let's see what he can do here. He's beginning to cross the field of play. And BLord does not actually have too many units. He's actually going to build Banelings as well right at the tower. This queen for BLord getting caught trying to kill this Overlord. Very exposed. That's not good. What? Oh, he's 2 hit points. Nerchio's like, okay, love tap to finish that off. And the Carapace upgrade for BLord isn't bad. His Zerglings should technically win in longer sustained fights, but there's just so many more for Nerchio. This is what I was talking about. Nerchio, by making the investment into economy and unit production so much earlier than BLord. BLord had this upgrade, but it's still really tough to make this upgrade work because even if his Zerglings survive 1 Baneling hit, the Banelings are still going to be able, the Zerglings will still be able to one-shot all the remaining ones for BLord, and these drones will try to run away, but they will not run far. Nerchio has cornered his opponent. Oh god, it's a massacre. The drones are stacking. They're trying to hide, but Nerchio, oh boy. I mean, he's just going to keep killing drones. There's not enough Zerglings here. He doesn't have any more queens. He can't produce any more units. The reinforcements from Nerchio are just picking him apart. And BLord, well played. Nerchio takes a quick 2-0. That is just ZVZ for you guys sometimes.